Hi, hello, and welcome to a video presentation of my project titled Edge Detection Algorithm in my Embedded Systems 500 level class. Edge detection algorithm, as you already know, is a very simple algorithm which calculates the edges of any image that will pass through the algorithm. So, that basically two different ways to calculate the edge of an image. It is the gradient method and the Laplacian method. The gradient method is based on the fact that the edge of image has a higher pixel density than any other different part of the image. So I maintain a gradient threshold, and if any edge or if any part of the image has a higher threshold, has a higher value than the threshold, then that is the edge of an image, and I store that value and I display it when I need to display the image. I used a Sobel edge detection algorithm, which is based on the gradient edge detection algorithm, and which does the same thing which I just told you. And if you Google it, you'll find many different ways to do an edge detection and many different methods to do it. There's Sobel, there's Scanny, and many other ways to do it. Some are based on gradient, some are based on Laplacian, but I've used a Sobel edge detection algorithm which is based on a gradient method. Now, as far as my implementation goes, I've used the code which was given to us by Chris, which what the code does is, if I insert an SD card into my board is a Kiel MCB 1700 board, and I have put the SD card into that board, and if there is any image on that board, it just draws that image onto the LCD display. And how it does it reads the image block by block, and has to be a BMP image. It can be a PNG format as well, but right now it is a BMP image, and it reads the image block by block and stores the data into a buffer. And when we need to display the data, it retrieves the data from the buffer and displays that data onto the LCD display. So my image in the SD card gets displayed on the LCD display, and I just need to know that on which address the image has been stored, which I can get to know through the HXD editor. I have now on my For the edge detection part, what I do is I take the value from the buffer, and I apply the edge detection algorithm onto that value, and the new image is formed in which the edges has been detected of the image, and that image is displayed on the LCD display for checking. And image get displayed when we press the interrupt button, so that if you press the interrupt button, the edge detection image is displayed on the LCD display. And I'll show you the implementation of my project right away. Okay, I'll start the implementation now. I reset the board. It is success because it detected an image. Now the image is being loaded onto the board. As you can see, the image has now loaded onto the board. It's a man carrying a gun and shooting at someone. So it is the image in which the edge detection algorithm needs to be applied. And if I press the interrupt button right here, if I press the interrupt button, the new image in which the detection has been carried out is being displayed on the board right now. Yeah, the new image has been displayed, and you can watch out that this is the face of the guy, and this is the gun in which he was carrying. So this is just a normal and simple implementation of this detection algorithm on the board.